Welcome to the Fractal Terrains 3 demo. My name is Mark Fulford and I'm going to show you how to make a random world. Start with File New. In this first dialog box we choose between four methods of world generation. Planar and flat worlds start at 0 height and you can then sculpt the terrain using paintbrushes that raise and lower. Binary file is for importing existing data such as NASA's real-world height maps, and synthetic world is for creating a random world. Now we set the character of our world. The highest peak and the lowest depth, its roughness, which is its tendency towards mountains, %C and land size. I'm happy with all these as they are, so I click Next and Finish and to generate our first world. To carry on generating worlds I just click Next World until I find one I like, such as this. The world colouring we see here is controlled from the World Colouring dialog box. To change to a different colour scheme, simply double-click on the one we want and apply it. The colour scheme includes altitude, and these are the altitude contours, which are customisable, the temperature contours, and rainfall contours, so collectively they are a colour scheme. We can also control the view using these zoom icons, so this is zoom in, zoom out, zoom extents and zoom window. Let's zoom in on this area here. You can edit terrain and I want to link these two seas, lowering the height here. To do that I shall use the sculpting tools I mentioned earlier. Here's lower. It's a fractal paintbrush, so as I work it slowly erodes the coastline, keeping a natural feel. And there, we've broken through. That'll do. Fractal Terrains 3 is projecting a sphere onto a flat map, and for that it uses a map projection. We can control what projection it uses using the map projection dialog box. Equirectangular is the standard projection. Examples of others are orthographic. This is the world as if viewed from space. There's also Mercator. This is the projection that most of us will have seen in school atlases. Back to equirectangular. Once we've created a map, we will probably want to export it into other software, such as Campaign Cartographer 3. To do this, we simply save a Campaign Cartographer file. This brings up a dialog box here with lots of options. We can customize all the output settings, but for now I'm just going to use the basic predefined setting. We'll save it as demo. And there, that's the world exported. So if I start up CC3 and open the world that we've just made, there it is. You can see here, this is the piece of land that we sculpted. We can also export maps to other software. If we come over here to export world, KMZ, mysteriously named, is actually exporting to Google Earth, so let's try that. Save the export file. This takes a little longer to export, but once it's done we can start up Google Earth. This is the world as we know it. I can open the world we just made, and here it is, exported to Google Earth. This is the sea we joined, albeit at a different rotation. So, that's it. Thank you very much for watching this very brief demo of Fractal Terrains 3. There is of course a lot more that it can do. If you've got any questions, please email us to let us know. You can also reach us on Twitter at RPGMaps.